What's up, everybody? And a little late, and I'm gonna get to all these reviews, but Monday Night Raw. Ooh, let's get through Monday. And I got a lot to say since my thoughts have been through the week of this, and I know the ratings are going to keep going down. But once again, Enzo and Cass kicking off the show. Good for Enzo, it's actually kicking off 2 weeks in a row. So you spent again Sasha Banks last week, saying she was loving it. She was smitten. Cass say, like got the catnip in the kitchen, spoke about the chemistry and everything, and, just got it. But he said Enzo's pretty much said Jericho robbed him of hitting that home run with a code breaker, pretty much. And that Jericho broke the man code by wearing a scarf. And Enzo pretty much said Cass at the end, how Angel's on the way to heaven, whereas Jericho's on the highway to hell. As he says, welcome to the jungle, Jericho, because it's going down. Jericho came out then saying your song titles worse and they keep breaking hard and you're annoying. And he's got somebody that got his back. So Kevin Owens came out, say they're now like close like Canadian brothers. Since it's now called Jericho, as in Jera and KO for Kevin Owens. And pretty much, Owens has got his back. You got my back right, and I got yours. And he'll return the question. Cass likes Bert and Ernie with them. To like pretty much got each other's back, and Jericho said he's a stupid idiot, and no one thought that was funny. Owens said, you're only one of the guys I liked in NXT, Cass. You're a waste of space to keep this guy around, because Enzo is the dead weight. Owens said he doesn't like Cass anymore. Now that he just listens to Enzo on Raw, I don't care if you're 7 foot tall or not, I'm going to hurt you, pretty much. Cass pretty much stepped up to Owens, and Owens didn't back down then. He said he didn't want to hurt Cass, but Jericho agreed. He said, let's all go right now then, pretty much. Let's fight right now. And Jericho pretty much said, why not take on the hip-hop hobbit right here then? And he said, we're going to do this right now then. So Enzo and Cass opened the show again, which was great, and which was pretty good. Enzo then went against Chris Jericho, which ended in Chris Jericho pretty much winning by DQ after he hit the code breaker. Cass got in, and pretty much after that, Cass said, at SummerSlam, we will face you in our backyard of Brooklyn. Tag team match, Jericho, and pretty much Jericho versus Enzo and Cass. So, it was an alright match. Way to feel there's a lot of time for this segment. Braun Strowman, another job match. Pretty much going against Jorel Nelson, which I guess the jobbers are now getting entrances for some reason. I guess they can have them, I guess. I feel like the jobbers are getting bigger now. Sasha was talking to Mick Foley in the back and saying that he was tired of Dana Brooke. He says, why don't you just book me in a match against Brooke tonight? And if she wins, I'll face them both at SummerSlam. If I win, she's banned, which is kind of retarded in a way for some reason. Why would you put your so it'll be a 2-on-1 for the title? Didn't make sense. Foley wished her luck, but she said the boss doesn't need luck. Diddy came out. Well, Diddy was in the back with Foley talking about... Listen, I didn't even know why Diddy was there. I just know he was talking about the Bad Boy Reunion Tour. But then, once I knew he was in charge of the soundtrack for WWE 2K17, I was like, okay. And he said he asked New Day about how's Biggie's nuts going, which I guess we're going back to nut jokes now. And Kofi said, like, Gallows and Anderson are just, Vanilla Ice of WWE, they're Bald Boy Entertainment and stuff. And they said they were gonna go call E and everything. And I don't know what's with this comedy thing. So we're talking about nuts again on TV. So I didn't know where that was going, and having Diddy in this, I don't know. Vince must have thought it was funny. Darren Young went against Titus O'Neil, which Darren Young beat him with a roll-up. So I'm trying to see who's I guess Darren's heel or whatever. I don't know. Darren Young doesn't get that big a reaction to begin with, so I don't know about this feud, really. Seth Rollins came out to cut a promo. Let's just say Anaheim really sucked tonight because this really wasn't a good crowd. Seth Rollins, he came out, he cut a promo on the Demon and everything. That you're trying to be like Heath Ledger or
or Jared Leto being the Joker with your alter ego, pretty much. And he said he's the best in Olympic sport. He's got more gold medals than Michael Phelps, pretty much. And he talked about Finn saying he's the warrior and the Demon King and stuff. So he's gonna call out the Demon King next week, and he said he's going to beat him at SummerSlam. And that battle is disrespectful. He's arrogant. He's ignorant, and that's why I'm at the top of the WWE right now. And we're gonna expose the demon of all the myths and legends about him and stuff. Because in 200 years from now, they will talk about the legend of Seth Rollins, which was a good promo, I guess. So yeah, didn't make a lot of sense, but we'll see how that goes. It was a good promo. I'll give him that. Crowd just didn't react to it. Sheamus went against Cesaro. Cesaro got the pin with a roll up, beating Sheamus. So it's a pretty good match. I'll give it that. A video package with Randy Orton and Brock Lesnar played, which was really, really good. And a sit-down interview also. It wasn't like them out there cutting a promo. And it's kind of funny how Lesnar says, I eat, I train, I shit out fucking opponents, pretty much what they had to bleep up, since Brock Lesnar can get away with that, I guess, and stuff. So, at least it was a good video package for Orton and Brock, because he says, I don't give a fuck about Randy Orton, as Brock Lesnar said. They talk about their OVW, all that stuff, and he says he's going to destroy Randy Orton, as Orton says he's going to take him to Viperville, as Brock's supposed to be on next week's show. And it was a really good video package. Do I still think Randy Orton is winning at against Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam? Yes. Because I still think WWE, I don't know, they already were kind of pussy enough not to suspend him to begin with, but I feel like Randy Orton will win because of the whole Brock drug thing, and I'm not really going to be surprised if Orton gets a clean win on him, because I really believe that's going to happen. That's the only way they're going to try to punish him in that, which I think Brock wouldn't give a fuck about anyways, but I still kind of find it odd with this whole we can't suspend him because he's a part-timer, and like I said before, it's like, I think it's a bad word to locker rooms. Like, as long as I'm a part-time, I can do any drug I like, and I won't get in trouble for it. Even if I have to wrestle only like 1, 2, 3 times out of the year, I won't get in trouble. Like, no repercussions. I just think that's fucking weird. Neville and Sin Cara went against the Dudleys, which I don't know where this match was going really, and Neville and Sin Cara won, and pretty much already stared at Devon. So I don't know if he's gonna turn on Devon. I don't even think we will get Bully Ray in WWE. I don't even know if Bully Ray could work in WWE. Bully Ray worked in TNA. Don't get me wrong with that. He became the world champion over there. But could Bully Ray really work in WWE? Really? Because Devon is not good on his own. Like, he'll be there, but even when they separated him in TNA, it's like the only reason why they were there because of Aces and Eights, and he was like, what, leader of that group almost, like the sergeant in arms. I just remember Devon being a television champion in TNA, and I just thought it was alright. It didn't really go nowhere that much, which was just kind of odd when you break that team up. But if we get Bully Ray, it could happen, but we sure as hell not getting no, some type of Aces and Eights, or they'll do something here, but I doubt we get Bully Ray in that. It worked in TNA. Rusev came out with Lana with a wedding dress, I don't know what they were wearing. I'm pretty sure she was wearing a wedding dress, and Rusev's wearing a sleeveless shirt, and she kissed his bicep, and they were showing pictures from their wedding day, but the fans chanted, boring, boring, and Lana pretty much talked about Rusev and everything. He's the greatest and everything, and we don't get any more pictures and stuff. Then Roman Reigns came out, which he got booed also, and I'll say this is the only segment in a long time this has made Roman Reigns look good, for once. And he said, hey man, I just came out, you didn't have a best man at your wedding and everything. He told him to relax. And this segment was just really bad, really, but Roman just pretty much said, why did I propose a toast and everything? And I should accept a challenge for the U.S. title at SummerSlam. As Rusev said, he said no to that, and Roman poured the champagne. So he never had a chance to see the match between the Bulgarian Sasquatch and the mail order bride, pretty much. As he said that Roman said he expected more from this, just as Lana expected more from Rusev on their wedding night, which I thought that was a good move right there. That was a good insult. And then Rusev attacked Reigns then, and then Reigns threw a punch and knocking Rusev and Alana on cake then, and she got pissed and Reigns just started laughing. It's almost like Reigns almost went back into comedy mode tonight, just playing these jokes off, I'm not saying he's going back to saying suffering succotash again like a Looney Tune, but it was a somewhat segment to at least for once make Roman Reigns look good out here. Because the segment just wasn't good at all where the fuck it was going. So, yeah. And Raw's just been like a let's get another thing straight. Raw's been running like a marathon tonight. They even show a Scooby-Doo segment with Truth and Goldust playing Pokemon, and Scooby and the Mystery Machine are there. So, it's like the show was going on forever. Sasha Banks once again fought Dana Brooke for I don't know how many times, and it was like boom, just beat her that quick, just hit the double knees, and didn't even go that long. Charlotte was there, so I guess Dana will be banned from SummerSlam, and this didn't really leave a lot of hype through this match really. Dana's just been a casualty through this whole thing. Finn Balor wanting to be Bruce Wayne, I still feel like. Talk about the demons, giving a history about Ireland and the demons, about the great battle. And at SummerSlam, you will meet the demon. So we are getting the demon Finn Balor at SummerSlam, because Rollins has demons. The Club, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. I don't know what's with the testicle jokes tonight, but they were like playing as doctors, and they talked about ring post-itis Biggie suffers from having his balls running to a ring post. And these are a result holding a jar of, I guess, nuts in a jar. So, I don't know where this is going, really. So this is a lot of testicle jokes, especially for Raw tonight. Just everything's about balls tonight. And then Gallows went against Kofi. Gallows won, and they were gonna do the same thing in Kofi, but Wood saved him with a chair. God, the whole match and segment was bad, really. Bring out the Scooby Snacks. Mick Foley came out, and as he invited Daniel Bryan, since Daniel Bryan is here as the GM of SmackDown, he commended him for being on commentary for the Cruiserweight Classic, which has really been going great, really. I've been watching that show. It's awesome. Foley apologized for Lesnar being on SmackDown, and Bryan apologized for Orton being on Raw. But, Foley didn't like how they were mocking the Universal Championship, which, they showed a clip of. They said, Bryan said, they could have done an interspecies title championship or the Milky Way, the intergalactic thing. But Foley kind of got pissed, and he took that title seriously. Rusev came out saying that he would crush Bryan to be the greatest GM ever and everything, and he said he pretty much says Foley needs to, he doesn't want to get in that match with Reigns and everything. He should be fighting for that Universal title, but we already have a championship match. Cesaro wanted a shot then also. And he said, I thought you were a man of your word, he said, and stuff. And Foley said, yes, Reigns will be fighting Rusev for the U.S. title at SummerSlam. But even Bryan had to say, I can see how you're completely underutilized on Raw, which I don't know why they didn't put Cesaro on SmackDown. But I thought that was pretty funny. But I don't even know why Bryan was there at this point. It's like the segment was so kind of out of nowhere. And then we get a U.S. title match. Like, Cesaro competed earlier, but then we get Rusev in another title match for some reason. I thought that was very odd at the end. It was just weird and odd, even why Bryan was there at one point. Then Rusev went against Cesaro for the U.S. title, and it pretty much ended in Rusev winning since Sheamus came out and helped him and everything. And then Rusev pretty much got the win with a kick. Rusev was celebrating the win until he turned around and Roman Reigns speared him. Which this show was pretty kind of kind of weak in a way with a lot of bad segments, or just didn't make it. In Anaheim, they weren't really a good crowd either, and so it was like it's almost like Raw tends to suck now. It's like they give us you give us 1 week of good, and then you give us almost like what 500 other Raws with bullshit half the time. It's like the first week was really great. Don't get me wrong, first week was great. Second was okay. Tonight we back on that bullshit again. So yeah, that's the deal with Raw right now. But I'm out here, and I'll see you guys later for a review of SmackDown. Peace.